Hi, y'all. Luke Hatmaker here, host of the Daily Grind with your post-game bounce. I'm not going to sugarcoat this one. The Grizzlies lost 124-135 to the Golden State Warriors. And look, the Grizzlies lost this game because Steph Curry became the first player in NBA history ever, to have 50 plus points, 10 plus threes, and 5 steals. Steph Curry was playing like a man possessed in this game. I think you replay this game 9 out of 10 times. Like you replay this game 10 more times, I think the Grizzlies win some, man. This was a close game. You take Steph's game out of it, which flowers to him. He's great. I get it. But it's just Ja Morant was the best player on the court. Otherwise, like Ja has looked like a totally different guy since coming back from injury, but since Taylor Jenkins was fired. They coincided. Think about that. The game was this game was a roller coaster. The Grizzlies were down most of the first half. Third quarter, they came out gangbusters out of the half. Ja Morant finished the game with 36 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists on 14 of 27 from the field, 5 of 8 from the three-point line. And that was with 2 steals. Like, Ja is just playing so much better, and he's having fun, and you can just really, really see he seems to love playing again. I don't want to say he ever lost the love, but he's got that fire back, man. Since TJ's been gone, he is playing like the Ja Morant we know from the past, like the Ja Morant we're used to seeing, which is unfortunate that he had this kind of game in a loss. It just sucks. There are positives of this game, though. Let's say that Ja remains to be a positive. He continues to be positive in these games since TJ's firing. I also want to talk about Zach Edey, because the biggest indictment, I would argue, of Taylor Jenkins has been just the way that Zach Edey has looked and played in the 3 games since Jenkins was fired. He had another double-double tonight. He had 10 points, 16 boards. That's in the 2 out of the 3 games since Taylor Jenkins was let go. Edey's had double-doubles, and we're running more through him. He's just playing more comfortable and playing like a dog. The dude looks awesome out there. And then the game against the Celtics yesterday, had he not fouled out, it was another great game, or had he not been in foul trouble, he is playing much better. And credit to Tomas for giving him the green light, for just running things through him. I mean, he was drafted for a reason, and we're finally starting to, utilize him correctly, I would say. That's a positive. Another positive, I would say, is Tomas is slowly but surely, it seems, whittling down his playoff rotation. Look at the minute distribution from this game. It's what I think we were wanting to see out of Taylor for a long time. You've got Desmond Bane, Ja Morant, Zach Edey, Jaren Jackson Jr., Jalen Wells, and Santi Aldama all playing at least 30 minutes. He only played Scottie Pippen Jr. and Luke Kennard. Otherwise, I take that back. He played Bagley 3 minutes, but I'm not counting that. He only played 8 guys. Do you remember the last time Taylor Jenkins played 8 guys? Because I don't. And granted, Vince Williams was out, so maybe that's why there were only 8 guys, but it looks like we're slowly figuring out what our playoff rotation is going to be. You've got the 5 starters. You got Ja, Jaren, Dez, Edey, and Jalen. And then you got Santi and Pip, man. Pip has been proving to be one of the most consistent guys we've had this back half of the season. He's been closing some of these games. His growth, his continued development has been awesome, and it looks like he's part of this playoff rotation. If he keeps playing like this, he's earned it, to be honest. I'm not going to bash Luke Kennard, but he only made 1 3. He did take more. He took at least 3, so there's that. But if he does not start making more threes or start shooting more threes, he's going to, in my opinion, he should not be in this playoff rotation. Maybe that's jumping the gun, but we know you've got your 5 starters and you got Santi. Tomas is doing this right, guys. We clamored for TJ to trim down his rotations, trim down the minutes, and Tomas is finally doing this. Now, we have lost 3 in a row, and that doesn't bode well for us. Even though that we have played better, I would say, in these 3 games, we've still lost them. And where that has us is a half game out of the play-in. We're just a half game above the T-Wolves and the Clippers now, guys, and that's not where you want to be. Currently in the 6th seed, like I said, we're just a half game up on these guys, and it's nut crunch time. We are more than at the home stretch, and this game, there was positives from this game that we need to build on, that I think we can build on for the rest of the season for the short amount of time we have left. 12 is the answer. He's the best player when he's on, he's the best player on this team. And we need to keep getting him, making him the centerfold of the offense. We need to keep the center point, the focal point of the offense. We need to keep doing that, And we also need to keep getting Edey involved. The more that Edey's involved, the more that we're utilizing him, the better the whole roster functions, because people are being used optimally. Who would have thought if you use guys the way they're meant to be used, you might have the best use of your team? Pretty simple. But I digress. I like trying to find positives in a loss, guys. We're in the nitty gritty now. And the Grizzlies will be playing again. When's the next game? We got 2 days off, and then we are back against the Nuggets. It's another game that really matters, guys. If I sound nervous, it's because I am. I'm nervous because I think it was a few weeks ago, I was like, mathematically, it's going to be really difficult for us to fall into the play-in. And lo and behold, that is where we are currently standing. I misspoke about Denver. We got the Heat next. So that should be a bounce back game. We got the Heat on Thursday, and then we got the Pistons on Saturday to close the week out. We'll see. You would certainly hope you can beat the Heat. We trounced them last time. It's one of our few wins. So we'll see. All that to say, lots to build on for this game, guys. If we can trim the mistakes down and really, God, it's tough to be glass half full with the season almost over. But I'm going to do it. We're going to do it being positive, guys. Go Grizz. See y'all next time.